Hi everyone, my name is Lili Borman and welcome to my YouTube channel called Developing Immigrants in Sonoma County. This week we have the pleasure of having Miss Lili Roman from Sonoma County Job Link as our guest, and she will be sharing information on what Sonoma County Job Link offers and the services that they provide. So to get to it, Lili, please go ahead and introduce yourself and give us some useful resources.
Yes, thank you. Thank you so much. I'm really excited to be here and be able to share the wealth of information that we have here at JobLink. Again, yes, my name is Lili Roman Aguilar, and I am the one-stop operator for Sonoma County Job Link. And today I'm just going to go over JobLink and all the amazing services that we offer here for job seekers. So I'll go ahead. We have the slides up. I'll go ahead and just navigate from here and just go through the slide.
Sure.
Thank you. So what is JobLink? JobLink offers a variety of free services for all Sonoma County job seekers, including employers and youth. We are funded through the Workforce Innovation and Opportunity Act, which is what we call WIOA Act. WIOA is designed to help job seekers access employment, education, training, and supportive services to succeed in the labor market and to match employers with the skilled workers they need to compete in the global economy. So what is JobLink? JobLink is part of a nationwide network of career centers. So we call those one-stop shops. And here it is our JobLink Resource Center. It's a single location with many different partner agencies that are here to serve the public and offer a robust menu of services. Here on this slide, you see all of our partners here that you can find information about at our one-stop center. Many of these partner agencies also focus on workforce development, supportive services. Some also receive WIOA funding and have many parallel services to JobLink. And then at the bottom, you see that we have some of our on-site partners here, either every other week or on a monthly basis. However, we do have EDD here 24/7, 5 days a week, and they're here to offer information around unemployment, disability claims, any issues with your existing claims. They also have physical applications here that any job seeker can come and pick up. And so EDD stands for Employment Development Department. We also have Sonoma Works here, which is families that are seeking cash aid assistance for with any children that are under the age of 18 years old. Department of Rehab, they work with a lot of the population that might have any disability or are on the spectrum, and we do have our partner here every other week. We also have Goodwill here that offers resume assistance, and Treasure Island Job Corps comes in every month, as well as social advocates for youth. So here you see also, who do we serve? So we serve career assistance for all, including Sonoma County residents who may be justice involved, have a disability, anyone that may be receiving unemployment benefits, English as a second language. We also help military veterans, and we work with people who may not have right to work documents, are undocumented, except for job search and placement. That would be a criteria that they would need to meet to access our WIOA funding. So some of the program components and overview. So we're going to go over these pieces of the program. They include the basic services, individualized services, which is more of a one-on-one service with one of our employment and training counselors. We also have services for businesses, youth services, and then just ways to get a hold of us, how to contact us. Here at at Job Link, we have, again, our one-stop shop, which is a Job Link resource room. I tell everyone it's a library for job seekers in Sonoma County. Here at the resource room, we offer basic services. So any job seeker can come in and use our space here to be able to use our computer labs. You can register for CalJobs. We also have workshop information, resume review, and resume assistance. If you needed to come in and maybe polish your application, you're welcome to come in and use our computer labs. And then we also have mock interviews that we facilitate. And on top of that, we also have information on resume templates. We have counselors here that can assist with maybe like a question about your application assistance. And then we also have our printers and faxes and copiers that you could use. So again, a library for job seekers.
Very nice.
So in order to access our Job Link services, again, these are services that are free for all job seekers. One must become a Job Link member. And how do you become a Job Link member? You would need to register online by either visiting our CalJobs, caljobs.ca.gov. But also, we also offer here at our resource center physical applications. Anybody can come in, complete the application, and request assistance from one of our counselors to help them create their online registration. Or if they're a little bit more comfortable, they're welcome to use our computer labs and register here. So what is CalJobs? It's our virtual platform, our virtual Job Link center. It is available 24 hours a day. Here you could post your resume, you can search for jobs, you can also look at the labor market information. If you're looking for any job fairs or hiring events, sometimes a lot of businesses will post it here through CalJobs. So on top of our basic services here that we offer at our one-stop shop, we also offer the individualized job search assistance. And this is a little bit more one-on-one connection with one of our employment and training counselors. And our employment and training counselors will just offer coaching and support throughout your employment journey. They offer job search help. They also offer resume skills, interview assistance, and then we talked about the WIOA funding for training and education opportunities. So this is on-the-job training and temporary work experience. And these fundings, again, they do require that criteria that you would need to meet, right to work documents in order to access that funding. However, the basic services at the One-Stop Resource Center, those are free for job seekers. We also do a skills assessment and a needs assessment as well. So lots of good information. And so like I talked in the previous slide, you can change or advance your career. Maybe you're looking to re-enter the workforce, or you're looking to change your career or different industry, right? So money, our WIOA funding is available for job training, which is more of a upskilling. On the job training, OJT. So on the job training is 6 months training at a placement, and there you can work up to 6 months at a business, or we pay up to $10,000, and many of the participants get hired on afterwards. We also have our TWEX program, so it's temporary work experience program. That is more of a short-term trial run funding. It's about 3 months, and there is no guarantee if you get hired on with the business, but it offers skills and upskilling and experience for job seekers, and it's also good for businesses. We also pay for other supportive services such as, certifications or licenses. If there was some initiation fees, we can help with. If you needed supportive services around transportation, maybe a uniform, maybe work boots, maybe there was books or supplies that you needed. once you are connected with one of the counselors, you can get assistance for those supports. So we have a business services team that helps address the workforce needs. Although we don't offer staffing services, we do help with job development and placement, marketing and outreach. So we use our CalJobs, and we also have our physical one-stop career center that we can market and outreach, as well as through our social media sites. We help businesses with building relationships, networking as well, rapid response and layoff aversion. So maybe any small business that might be closing down, we come in, we help assist, and maybe provide rapid response to place the job seekers at another location. We offer customized training. Maybe they need a little bit more upskilling for their small shop, for their small employee, and we can offer that. And we also provide the labor market information for them. For more information on that, you can call our business services team or our main line for that number.
Okay.
And we will have it at the end as well. So on top of our Job Link general program, we also have our Job Link youth services. And so this is the My Pathway program. It is very similar parallel services that we help with anyone ages 16 to 24 years old. And the direct services are provided by two of our partners. So there's Social Advocates for Youth. They help with our year-round program, and then Conservation Corps North Bay, and they work with more outside crew. And I'll talk a little bit more about that. So eligibility for our youth program is that any youth that is ages 16 to 24 years old, they must have one or more barriers to employment or education. This could be unhoused, unsheltered, a foster care, maybe mental health, anything that is considered a barrier. Any youth who is currently not attending school and not working would be eligible. They would need right to work documentation, and then we just require them to register for selective services for any male that is over the age of 18 years old. So this is our Sonoma County Youth Ecology Corps, and this is the one that is directly, the direct services are offered through Conservation Corps North Bay. So this is just an 8-week summer jobs program for youth ages 18 to 24. They work outside with a crew. They do a lot of networking and building relationships with their crew, but they also do environmental education. They have enrichment activities at the beginning of the summer and then towards the end of the summer. And they really work on preparing for any work readiness. This youth program, I believe, starting pay is the minimum pay at $17.65 an hour, and they have, it's
good.
Good, yeah. And they also have their senior crew members. They get paid at $19.65 an hour. So these are our crew members that are coming in maybe the second year or third year doing this program. It's a really great program. And I know there was questions around specific services that we offer here at Job Link. And so one of them was around the mock interviews. So what are mock interviews? They are practice interviewing. They're not the real thing, but they really help prepare someone in preparation for the actual interview. They help build confidence. One of the questions that was asked is how elaborating more on the interview process. And if we work with candidates who may have English as their second language, what are our accommodations? So yes, the interviews are held approximately every month via Zoom. The date will change per month, but you can always contact our program coordinator, Eric, to get more information and prepare for the next one. I do believe there is one happening. If it's not towards the end of November, it might be into the beginning of January.
Okay.
December tends to be a little bit more slower. And they are held via Zoom. Anyone that's unable to have a Zoom capability in their home or any other location, they're welcome to come into our one-stop shop careers resource center and access our computer labs there. Again, you would need to contact, if it's not program coordinator Eric, you can always contact me and I can help facilitate that process.
Okay.
Eric's response was that the interviews are patient and they will conduct the interview at the English level of the interviewee. And all of human services departments, we have contracts with translation services in all of our Sonoma County offices, including Job Link. A translator can be requested by either phone during the Zoom facilitation, or we can request one in person, or oftentimes too, we have one of our staff that may be on our translator list and we can identify them and coordinate that.
Okay.
More questions and thoughts. So what are some of the industries that we can assist with in finding work for someone at Job Link? So we provide assistance with all industries when doing job search and when you're doing that one-on-one with your counselor. But we also look at the most common industries, which are construction, the medical field, and hospitality. And again, our main goal is to assist anyone in obtaining a living wage. We also look at the labor market information, which is also accessible through the CalJobs registration. Do we negotiate pay on the candidate's behalf? Although we don't do direct negotiation with a business or a potential employer, we offer coaching and advice on how to have these conversations with a potential employer. So again, our goal is to have someone, obtain a livable wage. And I like to note on here that the minimum wage, yes, is $17.65 an hour in California. What is the process from when a candidate walks in through our doors to getting hired or training? So what does that look like? So when someone calls us or comes in, the first step is to register with CalJobs. Again, that could be online, or one of our counselors here at the Resource Center can help assist with that. Once they do that, then they will be attending an orientation. Someone will book them an orientation, either with a direct one-on-one counselor, by phone, or a physical in-person appointment, or in a group orientation here. Once that orientation is completed, then again, they do the second step is doing an appointment with your assigned counselor to create a plan. So it's a work plan. They also look at eligibility requirements. During that appointment, they will want to establish eligibility, and they can talk to you a little bit more in depth as far as like what that looks like. And then once that's created, then a case is approved, and then you implement the plan with your counselor and you work with them throughout your career search journey. Other questions? Often there are people from other countries that arrive to the United States and almost feel like they have to start all over again, right? At a minimum wage paying job. And that is the reality for a lot of them. What do we do in order to help these candidates? That they sometimes might have some sort of qualification in finding a job in their area of expertise. And how do we negotiate pay, right? So yes, unfortunately, degrees and other qualifiers from other countries don't necessarily directly transfer to the U.S. A participant may have their degree translated to English, and also we can offer information on providing them to a school in hopes of getting them credit towards that same degree here in the U.S. And this happens very often. I know right now too, some of the examples that we're seeing is many of the Ukrainian families that were coming in. This was one of their barriers. And so really being able to like coach them and throughout that journey with one of the counselors.
Yeah.
And so the support that the Job Link counselor can offer is highlighting their skills and abilities, also their educational background, and really making for a strong resume to appeal for a potential employer. Do we assist with candidates who do not know what type of job they want? Maybe they're still trying to figure out, right, what is their career plan? What are they interested in? What would be best for them? So, and if we do any kind of help and coaching on what would be best for them. So JobLink definitely helps the participant. That is one of those one-on-one, working with one of our employment and counselors throughout that career journey is part of that assessment. So we do a career explorations assessment, and that is through what's called the Myers-Briggs test. And it's a strong inventory. So it's a test of a series of questions. Once it's completed and they answer the questions, they get a good summary and understanding of what type of career would be best fit for them based on their answers. Once that is determined, an informed decision has been made, they'll guide them into those steps towards that goal.
Nice.
Yeah, so sometimes maybe it might be someone that's like, you know what, I have strong skills and maybe organizational structure, or I have the background of a manager, and it'll show up in that test, and then the career counselor will help them navigate towards that industry.
Got it.
It's pretty neat.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then the last question that you asked, and I'm also open for more questions, but if someone's looking for work right now, what's the best next step to get in touch with us? So here at the bottom too I put some imagery of our JobLink resource room. You are always welcome to visit us. Everyone and anyone is welcome. Here on the next slide is how to get in touch with us. You can come into our physical office at 2227 Capricorn Way. The resource room is open Monday through Friday from 8 to 5. And in the resource room, we have that computer lab that's open from 8:30 to 4. You can also call us, our main line, and one of the counselors will answer, or you're also welcome to leave a message. And we do have a regular structure where we call everyone back that leaves a message. So we will be calling you back. You can also send an email or look up our website at sonomaweb.org. And you can also follow us on Sonoma County Job Link through Facebook. And at the very bottom right, there is our business services hotline as well.
For your application assistance program, is that just for the job postings that you do, like for the businesses that are connected to Sonoma County Job Link, or is that like in general? Say if anyone wanted to apply to a business here in Sonoma County, can they bring that application in and be assisted with Sonoma County Job Link?
That is such a great question, and it happens very often here at our one-stop center. So it doesn't necessarily have to be with one of our job postings that we have here.
Okay.
Again, this is a free service for any job seekers in Sonoma County.
Yeah.
That is part of the basic services and helping them upskill. So yes, anyone in Sonoma County can come into our service, register for CalJobs, and just bring your resume, or if you have it through email, have it saved somewhere, one of our counselors can help you access that on our computer and then just help you polish it up and guide you through sending it on its way.
Nice. How long is the hire training process? So like when someone walks into Sonoma County Job Link, creates the account, how long are we looking at, do you think? Just in average, maybe.
Right. I guess it all depends on once they get connected with those other steps that need to be done. So then there's the orientation, and then they do an appointment with one of our counselors. And then once they do the assessment, then they work with them on their journey. So right now I will say, well, let me back up. It is case by case. Once they establish eligibility, then you continue to move forward on that career plan with your counselor. But right now what we're looking at is, unfortunately, there's so much outreach and people are starting to really come in, and our traffic is picking up. So it's starting to affect our one-on-one appointments. We're scheduling appointments maybe a month out.
Okay.
And that's more with the one-on-one career counselor. However, the basic services, you can still access them here Monday through Friday at our one-stop shop. But yes, it's very case by case. There's no direct,
Sure,
no, or not
sure.
even like an average, but I will give you
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
It's a month out for now.
Okay. Thank you for that. So for example, someone who had qualifications and then, I understand that maybe their degree or is not recognized here, but then you help that person, put together a resume and say, okay, this is a job I would have qualified for in my home country and I'd like to go ahead and apply, or something of that caliber. Do you provide, would you be able to set up like an on-the-job training where this person would actually go work at that position for on-the-job training, maybe for a lower wage, to kind of prove themselves for maybe a 90-day process or something like that, and then once they are able to prove that they are capable of doing the job, and then it goes to like maybe the regular salary for that position?
Right. That's a really good scenario. I go back to, yes, it's case by case, but
Okay.
given that, right, once they're working with one of the counselors, then that counselor will connect with the business services coordinator or business services team. They often are really closely connected with, they have a network of businesses, and so they may be able to almost match some of those participants to a business.
Yeah.
But on top of that, you mentioned, right, someone who may already have some qualifiers for that field. I think if it's a strong case and it sounds very feasible, the counselors may go forward with, yes, let's give this a shot. It's really that advocacy that they would need to do with the business services to make sure that they're right, that they're doing that piece.
Yeah. That is good to know.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Do you have anything else to add? That was all of my questions actually, after my other questions.
Great. Okay, I'm glad. I don't have anything else to add. I think, actually, yes, just one more comment. We're here for anyone and everyone. I'm always welcome and open on finding ways, if it's maybe consideration. I think we talked about this, right? Like if you needed a tour, or if maybe you wanted to bring a group of people who are just interested in getting to know the physical layout of the resource room and how, offer even being it in person kind of helps really like envision like what are the services that we offer here.
Yeah.
I'm more than welcome to do that as well. So really here to support the community.
Yes. Oh,
Yes.
thank you so much.
You're
And
so
thank you for
welcome.
your time.
Yes, thank you. And we'll be in communication, and always feel
Yes.
free to reach out if you have any more questions.
Yes. I think I'll always have questions for you.
Perfect.
And thank you so much for your time and for always being patient and available.
Of course. Yeah.
You
It was a
take
pleasure.
care. Yes.
Take care.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Hi, everyone. So that was a Zoom interview that I had with a one-stop operator at Sonoma County Job Link. I came across Sonoma County Job Link a couple years ago, and they actually presented at one of the luncheons that I had attended a couple of weeks ago. So I reached out to them, and then last week I was able to tour their facility here. Their main office is in Santa Rosa, and really learn about the services that they provide. And I'm so glad that I was able to go out there and then also be able to make contact and interview someone from there to give us more information on the services that they provide. I mean, it's an amazing program. It's an amazing resource. And especially for us immigrants, when we get here and we're looking for work, or just needing coaching on employment opportunity, I strongly recommend going to Sonoma County Job Link. Another thing that I noticed too that I wanted to point out was when I toured their facility, that apart from so they had like a job posting section where they had it's separated out in industries, but they also had a section where it was temp agencies. So, one thing that I learned from talking with Lili is that the process, because they're having a lot of people walk in the door who are needing help in getting jobs. The appointments are about a month out, meaning that, say if you wanted to go this route for maybe a way to find a job that you are looking for long term. So say you arrived here and you know that you want to get into a career, you have an idea of what you want to do, or you might not have an idea of what you want to do, and you'd rather sit down with a professional to help you through this process. This is something you want to do, but at the same time you're needing to earn an income to be able to pay for your living expenses in the meantime. So they had this whole section of temp agencies that you can find work in, while, so I would recommend doing this, like finding a job with a temp agency, working this way, and working in a temp agency while figuring out my long-term career, or waiting to sit down with a counselor, if that's going to be a couple weeks, or say 2 to 3 months to get that confirmed. I would get a job with a temp agency, so that way I'm able to still earn and be able to pay for living expenses while figuring out what to do with my long-term career. That was one thing that I liked about the tour there. And also about, she mentioned about Sonoma Works. So I'm hoping that I can get someone from Sonoma Works here in the next couple of weeks, just to help educate us on the resources that's available to us, especially when we first arrive to the United States. So I'm glad. I hope that the information that we shared in our interview was of good use to you. And as always, if you have any questions in particular, or any general questions that you need answered, feel free to comment in the comment section. Shoot us a message in any of our social media platforms: Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter, and we'd be happy to answer your questions. Thank you so much, and I'll see you next week. You take care.